Hello, welcome to today's lesson. My name is Paul Williams Ofori. May I know your name and where you are watching me from? You can also write down the name of your school for me to know the school that you attend. Okay, today we have science. Today's lesson is for basic 1. Today's science lesson is for basic 1. But if you are in basic 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can still enjoy this lesson. Today we are looking at strand 2, cycles. Under strand 2, we have sub-strand 1, earth science. The indicator, we are to demonstrate the existence of air in the environment. We are to demonstrate the existence of air in the environment. So today's lesson is about air. The presence of air, the existence of air in the environment. We talk of environment. Environment refers to the things that we see around us. So we are going to see, today we are going to demonstrate that we have air in our environment. Okay, so the topic is existence of air. Existence of air. All of you, existence of air. Again, existence of air. Okay, now let's come to this side. These are the key words that you will see in this lesson. Key words. The first one, touch. All of you, touch. Again, touch. The next one, feel. And then you have this, breathe. The next word is fanning. The next word is window. So now, in the lesson, we are going to see these words: touch, feel, breathe, fanning, window. Okay, so we touch objects with our hands. So I have touched this, or I have touched this. You see, touching. Okay. Feel. We also feel something with our hands. Okay, so sometimes your mother will put the hand on your forehead like this to feel the temperature, to check the temperature. So we can describe that as feel. Okay, so the next one is what? Breathe. Breathe in, you take in air through the nose, and then you bring out air through the nose. That is breathe or breathing. Now the next one is fanning. So if you have a paper, you wave the paper across your face, you see that it will be giving you what? Air. It will be giving you air. So we shall look at that one too. Then window too is a process that we use air, a process of using air to separate two different things. So some places, if you go there, they will be what? They will raise a mixture of something, then they will pour it. As the mixture is coming down, those that have light weight, those that are not heavy, the air will blow them to one side, and those that are heavy to what? Fall straight to another side. So we call that process winnow or winnowing. We shall see this word in the lesson. So let's move on. All living things cannot live if there is no air. Human beings, animals, and plants will die if they do not receive air. We cannot see air. We cannot touch or hold air. We can feel air when it blows. Air is everywhere in the environment. So we are saying that all living things, if I say all living things, I'm talking about human beings, animals, and plants. All living things need air to breathe. Without air, all living things will die. Imagine you are not able to breathe, or you don't have air to breathe. What will happen to you? You will die. Within the shortest possible time, you will die. The same thing applies to plants and animals. So for us to live, we need air. In fact, we breathe every second, every minute we breathe. So if you are denied air, what do you think will happen in an hour time? You fall sick, like you collapse, and then what? You will die. So what we are saying is that air is very important, and all living things need air. All living things, I said human beings, we need air. You need air. I also need air. Your mother needs air. Your father also needs what? Air. Everybody needs what? Air to what? To breathe. Plants also need air. Animals also need air. One thing that you should know is that air is everywhere. Air is everywhere. Wherever you go, we have air there. So you go to classroom, there is air. Outside the classroom, there is air. You go to the washroom, there is air. Wherever you go, there is air. So air is everywhere on this earth. Okay, so what you should also know is that the air that we have everywhere in our environment, our eyes cannot see the air. I don't know if you have seen air before. If you have seen air before, I have a question for you. What is the color of air? If you have seen air before, what is the shape of air? If you have seen air before, what is the size of air? Yes, you can't tell me because you have not seen air before, and you don't know the color of air, you don't know the shape of air, you don't know the size of air, you don't know anything. Like you have not used your eyes to see air, so you cannot tell what air looks like. But what we know is that air is a gas we can't see with what? Our eyes. You cannot hold air like this thing that I'm holding. You can't hold air like this, and you cannot touch air too like this. I hope you are following. Okay, so today we are talking about air. We are saying that all living things, including you, all living things of which you are parts, needs what? Air. The air that we need. We have it wherever we go. It's everywhere. But we cannot what? See the air with our eyes. We cannot touch it with our hands. We cannot hold it with our hands. But we can feel the presence of air. We can what? Feel the presence of air. Now let's continue. Let us do these activities to demonstrate that air is everywhere in the environment. So we are going to do an activity to show that air is everywhere in the environment. Now, the first one, wave a piece of paper across your face and tell how you feel. So please, let's look at this beautiful girl. What do you think she's doing? She has something here and she's what? Waving it. So this is an example of fanning. So it's an example of what? Fanning. So she's what? Waving the fan, the paper fan, across her face. So this will give her what? Air. You can only feel it. If you do something like this, you will feel the air. Okay, so these are some of the things that we do to show that yes, air is everywhere. Let's go to the next one. Look at the boy in the classroom. I hope your classroom looks like this. Very beautiful, very good. So if you have something like this, and let's say one day you decide to go to school with balloon, and then after inflating the balloon, you live in the classroom, you see that the air will be carrying the balloon in your room. So look at the boy. It's the air that we have inside and the air that we have outside the room or inside the room. That is what moving what? The balloon. So that shows that air is everywhere. Wherever we go, we have what? Air. Now there is another one here. Yes. This is what? Ghana's flag. This is Ghana flag. So Ghana flag, we see it in our schools and in some places. You see, always the flag moves like this. The flag moves like this. So it tells you that the air is moving what? The flag. The air causes the flag to what? To move. So look at it. This is Ghana flag, and it moves as a result of what? Or because of what? Air. So hold a flag and observe what happens to it. What happens to the flag? Okay. Now let's come to this side. Can you see? Okay. Describe what you see here. Do you see a house? Do you see human beings? Do you see plants? Yes. We have plants here. And you see that all the leaves of the plants are moving towards this direction. They are moving towards that direction by something. That thing we can't see it, but it is what? Air. So the air is blowing towards this side, and because of that, it's moving with all objects. So that's why you see the leaves going to this side. So this shows that air is everywhere. Air is everywhere, and you cannot see air. Let's go to this side. Another beautiful girl. Another beautiful girl. Beautiful like you. Very good. So you see, what do you think she's doing? So let's read. Close your mouth. Take in deep what? Close your mouth. Take in deep breath, but do not hold your breath for a long time. Do not what? Hold your breath for a long time. Breathe out and tell how you feel. So we are going to do it. Let's follow the steps. Close your mouth. Close your mouth. Take in deep breath. Take in deep air. Take air. Breathe in. Do not hold your breath for a long time. Breathe out. Okay. Breathe out and tell how you feel. So tell us how you feel. Okay, I'm going to do mine. I'm going to hold my mouth, breathe in, take in deep breath, and then breathe out. Okay. Okay. Tell me how you feel, and I'll also tell you how I also feel. Yes. Okay, so after you have taken in air and you breathe out, you see that air will be coming out with force. It will be coming out of your nose with what? Force and some sound. So that is an example or a way of demonstrating that yes, air is everywhere. Air is here. I was able to take in air, and I was able to bring out what? Air. I don't know how you also feel, so you can tell us how you also felt when you breathe in and then you also breathed out. Now let's look at the next one. Sit in front of a working fan and tell how you feel. So if you have fan in your house, just go there, plug it, turn it on, and then just sit in front of it and tell how you feel. You will feel that the air from the fan will be blowing your hair, your dress, and if you are not careful, you see that you can start to be sleeping. You enjoy what? The air. You enjoy what? The air. Though the air will be coming, you will not see it, but you will feel it. It will blow your hair, your body, and all the things that are around. You see? So that shows that air is everywhere. Okay. Now let's come to this side. These are uses of air. Before we come to uses of air, we have learned something. We have learned that air is everywhere. We have learned that we cannot see air, we cannot touch air, we cannot hold air. The environment, the place that we live, wherever you go, there is air. So air is where? Everywhere. Air is everywhere. Okay. We have also learned that all living things need air. Human beings need air, animals need air, Plants also what? Need air. You are a living thing and you need air. You need air for so many reasons. You breathe air, you use air to do other things. Okay, so we have seen that for us to show that there is air everywhere, you can take what? Paper, and then you start waving it across your face and you feel that there is what? Air. Here too, you can inflate or fill your balloon with air. You leave it in the classroom. You see that the air in the classroom will be moving the balloon. That shows that air is everywhere. Now let's come to this side. Your school has Ghana flag and then school flag. When you hold them, you see that the air will be what? Blowing. And because of that, the flag will also be moving. So this also shows that air is everywhere in our schools, inside the classroom, outside the classroom. Air is everywhere. This is a tree. The tree is moving because of what? Air. The air is blowing it. So even if you go to farm, you go to the bush, the trees over there, you see that they will be what? Moving. They will be waving, and that is a sign that air is present over there. The next one is this. You breathe in and then you breathe out. So you see that process or that activity tells you that yes, there is air. Okay, come to this side and we have a boy joyfully sitting in front of what? A working fan. And you see that the boy is so happy because of the air coming from the fan. Okay, so all these are activities that demonstrate, all these are activities that shows, all these are activities that tell that yes indeed, wherever you go, there is air. Air is everywhere. Air is everywhere. Without air, human beings, animals, plants cannot breathe in and cannot breathe out. So if you are not able to breathe in, or if you don't get air to breathe in, what do you think will happen? You will die. Okay, now let's look at uses of air. We are going to look at uses of air. Air, is it useful at all? What are some of the things that we use air for? Apart from breathing in air and breathing out air, what else do we use air for? Now let's look at them one after the other. Okay, so the first one, human beings and animals breathe air, including plants. So you see the man here, you see the dog, the plants, they all need air. We breathe air. Animals breathe air. Plants also need air. The next one is this. We are looking at uses of air. We are saying that we breathe air. Apart from that, we use air to sail boats. Okay, so you see, we see boats on water bodies, especially rivers, the sea, and then lakes. So we see boats on them. The boats have something like this. So it is there for the air to what? Blow against it. So the direction of it determines where the boats will go. But those who use this, they have some techniques as to how they will direct it. But for boats to move on water bodies, they need what? Air. For boats to move on water bodies, they need what? Air. So air is used to sail what? Boats. To sail boats means that to help you move what? Boats. Do you get it? Okay. Now let's come to this side. Number 3. Air helps kites. Air helps us to what? Fly kites. So these are kites, or this is a kite. We use air to what? To fly it. So if you look at this, mostly children, or you like doing this thing when it's about to rain or after it has rained. That is when mostly you see children doing this. And it's able to move because of what? Air. It's able to fly because of what? Air. So this is another uses of what? Air. Okay, let's go to this side. Tell me what you see here. There is a man here. There is something here. What's the name of this? Trumpet. and the man is what? Blowing trumpet. So you go to church, at programs and other places, you see people playing drums and then blowing what? Trumpet, and then singing. That is where sometimes you go there and then you dance. You dance and dance and dance and dance and dance. So those who blow trumpets, they use what? Air to blow a trumpet. So if a trumpet is there and you want the trumpet to produce sound for you, to make sound for you, you need to what? Blow air. You need air, and you have to blow the air before the sound will come. So we use air to blow what? Trumpets. Let's move to the next one. Plants use air to make their own food. Yes, plants use what? Air to make their own food. I have explained to you that there is something called photosynthesis. Or you don't know it? Okay, so let me come down to your level. You see, the plant that we have around, human beings, you go to market to buy things to prepare our own food in our kitchen. Animals too, they come to us, the food that we prepare, we give them some. Some animals also go to the bush or go to places where we have plants and leaves, and then they go and what? Graze, or they go and chew these leaves. Where do plants also go for food? I'm asking you. Do plants come to us in the house for food? Do plants go to the market to buy foodstuffs to prepare their food? No. Plants have a special way of making their own what? Food. So what they do is that they use the sun, the air, and what? Water in the soil to make their own food. So plants make its own what? Food by using what? Air. Not only air, they use sun or the sunlight and what? Water in the soil. So we are saying that plants use air to make their own food. This tells you that without air, plants cannot make their own what? Food. Okay. The next one is this. We use air to make fire burn. We use air to make fire what? Burn. So look at this. This is firewood. We have set fire and then it is burning. So let's say your mother is cooking food for you in the house using the coal pot and charcoal. If your mother wants the food to cook fast, she will tell you that take fan and then just what? Fan it so that it will give more air for the fire to what? To burn faster. So we use what? Air to make fire burn. We use air to make fire burn. Listen to me, anytime there is fire outbreak or a place is burning, don't go and what? Fan it. Don't go and fan it. Don't do something like this. Don't go and take anything and do something like this to stop it. No. The more you do it, the more you are giving more what? Air. The more you do it, the more air you are giving to the fire to what? To burn. So what we are saying is that air makes fire what? Burn. So another use of what? Or another use of air is that it helps us to what? To make fire burn. Okay, so let's come to the next one. I made mention of winnowing. So we use air to separate chaff from grains. So if you go to some places, the women, the men, especially farmers, after they have finished, they have harvested their maize and they have just removed everything, you see that the grains, the maize grains and some other particles will mix. The other particles, we don't consume them, we don't eat. So they need to get it separated from the actual main grains. So what they do is that they get two different bowls. One will be placed down here, and then one, two, they will fill it with what? The maize that has what? The chaff or the particles that we don't want. So they will what? Raise and then pour it. As they are coming, because air is everywhere, the air will blow those that have light weight. The chaff, they are not heavy. They are lighter than the actual main grains. So the air will blow them away like that. And this is how we call, or this is what we call winnowing. So winnowing is used to separate our chaff from grains. Chaff is the part that we don't want, the unwanted parts. Mostly they are lighter in weight. They are not heavy. And because of that, they are easily blown away by air. So this is how winnowing is. So we use air to separate it. So you see, all the good ones will come to this side. The bad ones, the chaff, will go to this side. The air will blow them away. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Now look at this. The man is what? Inflating the ball. Do you know how to play football? Yes. Do you know how we played football before? When I was a child, the way I used to play football, you go to my hometown and ask, if I get the ball and I want to score you, I can dribble everybody and score. But today, I've decided not to, for a reason. If you are very good, if you are a very good footballer, just continue doing it. If it is your talent, I will encourage you to do it. If it is not your talent, you want to also learn it, yes, you can still learn it. But in football, we use something. The ball is here. We fill the ball with air. We fill the ball with air. So air is used to fill our balls. We have netball, we have other types of balls. So air is used to fill balls, like football, netball, volleyball, and the rest. Very good. Now let's go. So we have seen 8 uses of air. We have seen 8 uses of air. We have said that air helps us to breathe, or we breathe air. We have seen that we use air to sail boats. We use air to fly kites. We use air to blow trumpets. We use air, or plants use air to make their own food. We also use air to make fire burn. Here we said that air is used for winnowing, or air is used to separate one substance from another. The next one is that we use air to inflate balls and balloons. So the balloons and the balls, they can only take their good shape when air is put or blown into them. When we inflate them with air, they are able to take their own shape, their nice shape, and for us to use. So before you can play a football, you need to pump air into it. You need to fill it with air. Your balloons, you only enjoy the beauty of the balloon when there is air in it. Okay, so these are These are uses of air. So today, what have we learned? We have learned that air is everywhere in the environment. Wherever you go, there is air. Though we cannot see it, we cannot touch it, we cannot hold it, but it is everywhere. We can feel it. There are so many ways that we can tell that there is air everywhere. So wherever you go, if you have fan and you wave it across your face, it will give you air. This side too, in your classroom or outside the classroom, if you have balloon and you fill it with air, after leaving the balloon, air will blow it away. It tells you that wherever you go, air is there. Now, flag, whatever, if you have something and you hang it, you see that air will be blowing it, showing that there is air. Even in the house, when your mother finishes washing and she hangs your dress on the drying line, you see that air will be blowing it. So wherever you go, there is air. Let's go to the next one. Apart from these things, we have also seen uses of air. We said that we breathe in air, we use air to sail boats, air help us to fly our kites or our kites, and then we use air to blow trumpets. Plants also use air to make their own food. We use air to make fire burn. We also looked at this one. We said that we use air to separate chaff from grains, and here we use air to inflate balls and balloons. So today, this is what we have learned, and I expect everybody to get the questions correctly for me. Make sure you answer all the questions and you get them. Okay, so we are saying that air is everywhere in the environment. All living things need air. Air is used for breathing, inflating, sailing, burning, and others. Exercise 1 is here, 5 questions. We have exercise 2, 5 questions. Exercise 3, we have 2 questions, home assignment 1, home assignment 2. So these are the exercises that you are supposed to do. Please get a copy of this book, take your time and read. You can watch the video once again, you can read the book twice, 4 times, 5 times. If still you don't understand something, if there's something that you don't understand, feel free, reach out to us. You can consult your teacher, your class teacher is there, your parents are also there. They will all help you to understand what I have taught you or what we have in the book. My name is Paul Williams Ofori. Remember to share the link with other people. You can see our videos or you can watch our videos on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. So thanks so much for watching or being part of this lesson. Bye bye.